Okay, this is exciting. I got my little photo studio here. I got this light stand set up with a camera mount, a phone mount on the top of it. I have never used this before. I've never made a video like this before. I'm not a video guy, but we are going to do a vintage unboxing. Let's see if I can not mess this up. This lantern, I don't know the age of it. It's mid 70s probably. It's brand new in the box. The top of the box has been opened, but supposedly the lantern has never been out of the box. So we are going to take it out of the box. Now I'm not one, I don't suggest people light lanterns that are unfired. There's some people in the collector groups that are like, fire it up, and what they don't understand is they're taking 75–90% of the value off, whoops, right away. So anyways, this will remain unfired as long as it's in my possession. So hopefully I'm going to have to look a few times to see what everybody can see. Let's raise that up. Tip it down a little bit for now. Let's see what we got. I have peeked in the top when I bought it. So it's interesting to see how the things come packed. This is the vent. This is what people call a big hat because some lanterns had there was a smaller version of the vent. This is pristine as you would expect. I don't know if I have any others like this, but when I first saw this, I thought that was soot, but it's actually a speckle type finish. I'm still not convinced that that's not. It doesn't wipe off, so it shouldn't be soot, but it's not exactly even. And I do see a little something here on the edge. It looks like it's going to come off. So we'll call that mint condition. I thought I saw a. But these aren't always perfect right out of the box. I see one little piece there that they might have bumped it in the factory or who knows what. But there's a paper in there. There's some vintage Silk-Lite mantles. These are prized because they don't make them anymore. The modern mantles fall apart so easily. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these have a little bit of radioactive thorium in them. And maybe that's part of what makes them so good. But the mantle is actually ash. This is like silky thread, but you put it on there, light it up, and it becomes an ash. So they're very fragile. But anyways, these are worth like $10 a pack now. They used to be like pennies. And here we've got a little tag that says remove ball nut below, replace after installing the top. Now when I bought this from the gentleman, I did not take it out of the box because I had a hard time getting it out. I didn't try it like this, so this is already going easier. I should have shown more of the box at first. Anyways, vintage artwork. Looks like there's a man working on maps. The 228J. It's commonly known as a 228J 195. Or the 195 is not the part we normally talk about. The 228 means it has a large vent. 220 would be a smaller vent. The J is the series, like the era. So that was the box. There is a little manual inside the box. I don't know if this is in focus. I assume it is. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos where everything goes out of focus. Mint condition. That's pretty awesome. There's a jug and a lantern. I guess that's a pop-up trailer probably, or maybe a tent. I can't tell from here. A cooler, camp stove. They got everything all jammed into one picture. You see the 220, 228. All right, so here's how the lanterns come packed. You can see the 45, 50 years in the box. There's a tiny bit of corrosion on there. It comes packed with the cardboard underneath the globe so it won't get broken. But this is really nice. A little bit of corrosion on the bail, which is common. I'm going to flip this over without dropping the glass. There's the date. I believe, I can't remember if it was Ed or Max guessed 777 for the date. This is actually an 877, so August 1977 was when this lantern was manufactured in Wichita, Kansas. And whenever you buy a used lantern, there's almost always chips on the bottom, if not pretty rough. There's a tiny bit of wear on this one edge that could just be from shuffling around inside the cardboard box, or it could be a factory deal. They are not, I'm sure they're not super careful with these in the factory. So let's continue to set this up and check, make sure we're on camera and get a better angle. It's pretty awesome. I've been collecting lanterns for about 5 years, and this is probably my, and I don't go on eBay and spend a lot of money on them like a lot of people do. I just wait for them to come, and you know, I'll pay up if there's a nice one locally, but I don't go out looking to spend big money. But I've already got, this is probably my 12th, give or take, unfired lantern. So it's just amazing. I've got old Coleman camp stoves that are brand new in the box. I've got a cooler that's brand new in the box. I do have I have a 220 lantern that's in a sealed box, never been opened. So that's pretty cool. I can tell that this is uneven. I wish I had a level or something, but the glass isn't exactly I can tell that's angled quite a bit. It's just a typical factory variation. It's actually pretty extreme. I don't know if anybody can see that. See how it's leaning over? That's interesting. There's a little bit of rust, corrosion in there. It almost looks like, see, that's brand new out of the box. You can tell it's never been lit, because usually this brass, if it's ever been lit, it'll be dark up here, and it'll fade to brass color, and then that would be usually dark. So it's obviously never been lit, but this hasn't been stored in ideal conditions. Obviously, the decal's pristine. Pump works. That's awesome. I'm not going to open up everything on it. Let's go ahead and assemble it. That's so shiny and nice. That's awesome. I was just thinking I should take a picture of how this came out of the box so I can put it back just perfect, but I do have the video. Ball nut. Be careful not to break that. This is porcelain, which is actually glass on sheet metal. It's a very thin coating of glass, so they do chip. Some people wax those, which is a huge mistake. Some people will paint them a different color, which will never last. But anyways, that's so awesome. Look at that thing. It's a brand new Coleman 228 from 1977. How old does that make it? 43? Got the shot. Pretty cool. Well, that was fun. We'll have to do that again sometime.